Welcome. My name is Florencia Colella. In this video, I'm going to explain a concept called benchmarking. Benchmarking is a process where a business owner can find out how they are performing against others in the same industry. This allows individual performance improvement, which in turn makes the whole industry better. Benchmarking is not a theoretical concept of best practices. It is about the whole range of real businesses that comprise an industry. Companies usually benchmark their financial performance, their products, or their processes. Today, we will focus on financial performance benchmarking. There are 4 basic steps in benchmarking. The first one is to gain a general understanding of your business performance. It is very hard to benchmark unless you have data on your own business. The second step is selecting a reference company or set of companies, usually top, bottom, and average performing ones, and doing a general analysis of them. The third step is selecting a few key measures or aspects and comparing your business's metrics with theirs. If you select these metrics carefully, this comparison should provide useful information about your strengths and weaknesses. Lastly, once you have identified opportunities of improvement, you can lay out an action plan. So the first step is to understand your own business. This process is twofold. First, you collect information, then you analyze it. When collecting information, you need 3 sets of records: accounting records, inventories, and production records. The goal of accounting records is to put together an income statement. An income statement basically tells if you made a profit and has much of the same information that you need to provide to the tax preparer to file taxes. It is especially useful if broken down by crop or product, which is a process called enterprising. We said that inventories were another important record. Specifically, you will need a very comprehensive inventory called the balance sheet. A balance sheet summarizes what a business owns and what it owes on a specific date. It is usually similar to or exactly what your lender asks you for when you meet with them to ask for a loan. You need at least 2 balance sheets, one for the beginning of the year and one for the end of the year. And finally, you will need some production information, like acreage and yield or number of cows milked and pounds of milk sold. If collecting this information seems impossible already, the MSU Farm Center can help you set up a good accounting system for a fee. Or you may look for the Farm Records Book for Management spreadsheets on the MSU Extension website for free. The second step to understanding your business is analyzing the information you collected. An easy tool you may want to use for this is the Help Me Calculate My Ratios section of Finbin at finbin.umn.edu. You may even calculate your financial ratios on paper or in a spreadsheet, like the Farm Records Book for Management spreadsheet book, for example. However, attempting to do the financial analysis part alone may lead you to give up or wait until the situation at the farm calls for immediate action, which is usually the worst moment to make important decisions or pay costly financial analyst fees. The option that we think is best is to use Michigan State University Farm Business Management educators, who are trained to use a software system called FinPack. This software is part of the same package as Finbin, hence the creative names. FinPack and your extension educator can coordinate all those separate records you put together into valuable financial information. As long as you can collect all that first set of records, this is a free public service, and any Michigan farm can participate, including crop producers, dairy producers, and fruit and vegetable growers. A financial analysis provides a huge profile of information about the farm, divided into 5 groups generally: profitability, efficiency, liquidity, and the 2 that talk about debt management, solvency, and repayment capacity. There are many more metrics than the ones I'm mentioning here, including cost of production per acre, per bushel, or per pound, but we'll just show these for now. So this is the end of step number 1. And let me tell you, as in everything in life, the first step is the hardest to take, and everything gets easier after that. The second step of our process is finding some information about other companies. For that, all you have to do is visit the Finbin database again at finbin.umn.edu and go to the Generate a Benchmark Report Whole Farm option to the left. By using the crop and livestock options that are just below, you can get production data, but we'll just stay at this report for today. At the main screen, we could filter by state, year, type of farm, acreage, profitability level, and so forth, but we'll just go ahead and hit Generate Report. This will give us the simplest farm financial measurements report possible. Since this database is managed by the Center for Farm Financial Management at the University of Minnesota, who also manages the FinPac financial analysis software that we saw on Step 1, Michigan farms that complete the financial analysis from Step 1 with MSU Extension educators contribute to this dataset, and the summary of information that they get about their farm is perfectly comparable against this one. Now, the third step is selecting a few key measures or aspects and comparing. So, on the left, there is our example farms metrics, and to the right, there are the ones from the Finbin report. While comparing our farm with the group median can be useful sometimes, it is more useful to use the percentiles. I have marked which percentiles this farm falls under for each metric. This tells us that we need to focus our attention mainly on the efficiency aspect for this farm, which is where it falls on the lowest percentiles. Now that we have determined that, we can read more about how to interpret these metrics on the MSU Extension website, where there is a great series of articles that explains them one by one in detail. Once we've done that, we can move on to the last step of the process. The ultimate goal of this process was to identify ways to close performance gaps and to lay out an improvement plan. After reading about all of those ratios, I know that some of the things this specific farm could improve on are, for example, getting rid of some low return assets, evaluating renting instead of owning some of the land, and spacing out the purchases of new equipment. An improvement plan has to be smart. It has to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So make sure to apply those concepts to ensure your plan's success. The MSU Extension Farm Business Management website has information about all these topics, so be sure to visit us there to read more and to give us a call if you need anything. That's all for now. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon.